Unfortunately, while doing some research today, I found out that Congressman Mike Doyle and Congressman Chris Smith have been claiming to run a Autistic Caucus for about 20 years that doesn't appear to actually exist. It just got real.
Oh, wow.
Howdy, I'm David Page. I am a PDA Autistic and ADHD. I also happen to be an American military veteran, which is where this story starts. I have gone to the Aurora main hospital there and so forth, and I found a lot of things that, for instance, there's no sensory room, and just being diagnosed at 50 and working with the VA, I'm finding it's extremely difficult. They are not prepared for autistic veterans yet. They don't have systems to provide earplugs, glasses that we need, counseling, psychiatrists, whatever, or even diagnostic abilities. So I'm working with them because they do have those assets, all of them, and all they need to do is consolidate them and know what they have so that they can serve autistic veterans better. So as far as I know, I'm the only one on this campaign right now, and hopefully it's successful. So I was doing a little bit of research on it. So I would like to take you on a journey with me, pretty much kind of how it went for me. So let's see if we can go there, if I can. There we go. All right. So the first thing I put in was Congress House Autism. Now, what I'm thinking is, well, you know what? Maybe there's some congressman or whatever that has a kid or a nephew or whatever that is autistic, so maybe they might have a little bit of interest in it. Maybe it might help me, even if they're not for my state or district. It might be helpful. So I typed in these keywords, Congress House Autism, and look at this. I'm so excited. Look at this. Look at this. Autism Caucus. There's a real Autism Caucus. Really? Oh my goodness. I can't wait. Okay. I'm truly excited. Congressman Mike Doyle. Oh, okay. Autism Caucus. Here we go. And this is the main page here. Okay, great. We got Autism Caucus. There's 180 members of Congress. Holy hell! Their goals are they're going to increase awareness about autism among members of Congress, blah, 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 educating members of Congress, serving as a forum where autism-related policy issues can be discussed. I'm breezing over this because it's pretty much BS. Bringing together public, private, government entities to pursue legislative initiatives that will help facilitate. This sounds so amazing. I wish it was real. Promoting all means to ease the burdens of families and loved ones affected. What about the autistic people? They're only concerned about the family and loved ones. Who cares about the autistic people? I guess we don't count as people. But anyway, I digress. I want to thank each one. Okay, so here's more on Autism Caucus. This is basically like their press release. Now, if you look, we have one here in 2020, which has to do with COVID. And then we go back to 19. This all has to do with a law that those two gentlemen basically pushed through the Congress or whatever to get signed. And it was authorized. It's a pretty small bill. I didn't see anything particularly significant about it. It looked like more of a, oh, we're going to do some research. We're going to do this and that. And there's just no substance that I could see, or any published results from where that money went to. I can't find it nowhere. So anyway, I'm like, well, heck, okay, this guy's the Autism Caucus guy, so I'm gonna contact him. You know, we're gonna email me. So according to this, I have to fill out this email form. So I put in my zip code here. Go to the next step. Watch the magic happen. What? You see, because I'm not from Pennsylvania, and I'm an autistic person, even though I'm trying to get a hold of the Autistic Caucus, and this is literally directly where you're sent to to get a hold of the Autistic Caucus. I am not eligible, being an autistic person, because I'm not from Pennsylvania. First red flag. So I decided, well, let's look up about the Autism Caucus meetings. So I put in the Autism Caucus meetings. Here we go again. Same place. Membership? Oh, okay. Now here is a membership list. This is 165. This is older. Now, I guarantee you, every single one of these representatives were like, I support autistic people on my bio too. And so they did. But I have no idea why I did that impersonation. I just like making fun of people. Isn't that horrible? I'm autistic. I should do that. Anyway, I don't give a shit. So that's probably what happened here. And the reason this is, you'll see. So I wanted to find out about the Autism Caucus briefings. Let's see here. I put in Autism Caucus meetings and whoops. Okay, so I'm going backwards here. Okay, so the only thing I could find here was this Congressional Autism Caucus briefing. Now, this is really interesting. This is oh, come on, stop being stupid, computer. A 1-hour session with 3 speakers in a tiny little office somewhere in the Capitol. There is no press release. There is literally no indication that Chris Smith or Mike Doyle showed up to this thing. The only indication I have here is that these 3 people were here. There was another similar type thing available on YouTube in 2015, and the audio is really bad. They only showed 4 people, and it was a very small room, and it echoed really bad. So you can tell nobody was there. And by the way that they're grouped together when they show these people, it's like, what? So these are the only Congressional Autism Caucus meetings or briefings or anything listed at all. Now, what is a caucus? A caucus is a group of congressmen that get together to accomplish a specific goal for a specific reason, like Hispanic issues or autistic issues, whatever. These are the only 2 things. Basically, like a little 1-hour cinemas that nobody went to. There are no minutes. There is no anything. There's no address. Oh, here we go. Here's that right there. Now, you're not going to really be able to hear this very well. I'm going to try. It is so horrible. Okay, you can't hear the sound there, but it's echoing really bad. You can find this on your own, and you can hear that nobody's in here. I think this is a dad talking to these people. So it's a very, very small group. Oh, there's 4 or 5 people. Wow. So it's really scary. It's really, really scary. So let's see. So I went to Congress. I'm still searching around here. Let's see what I was pulling up here. Oh, this is the bomb. This is the bomb. Let's go back here. The only organization that I could possibly find that had any support for Mike Doyle and Chris Smith was, guess it? Yes, Autism Speaks. Now, that's a huge red flag. It's kind of like this. Think of it this way. If a organization or people support the KKK, that's a very bad thing. If the KKK supports certain organizations, they are to be held in question, definitely, particularly if they're being very public about it. Now, anyone in the autistic community knows that most autistic people hate Autism Speaks. You go to autism Facebook groups, most of the adults autism Facebook groups actually ban you from speaking about Autism Speaks at all. That is how much this organization is hated. And yet, here they are. Yet there's no other autistic organization that has any affiliation or any contact that I could find whatsoever with this supposed caucus. All right, so this is the only other thing that I could find on the Autism Caucus, and that's it. It's another thing. This again comes from one of their websites. I think it was a coalition education one. That's it. That's all you get. Oh, we want to, okay. Is your representative a member of the Autism Caucus? Wow, this is amazing. We can find out who. Let's go. Once again on Mike Doyle's site here. You see a pattern here? I cannot find any minutes for any meetings. I cannot find any references to any meetings. I cannot find a post office box, a phone number, an email, anything whatsoever to contact anyone for this supposed caucus. There's no website, nothing. Now, let me see here. Let's take a look at a legitimate caucus. Contact us. Oh, look at this. Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Email us. Now, I actually tried this, and this does work. I sent them a nice little message, said thank you for not being like the Autistic Caucus. Look at this. We got an address, a phone number, all kinds of stuff. Now, look at this media center. October 14th, 22. There's all kinds of stuff that these people are doing. Economic contributions. There's another one I saw down here that was kind of cool. National Museum for American Latinos. They're doing things for Latino people like they're supposed to do. There is nothing that you can find that this Autistic Caucus has done for anything except for pass these bills that I just never heard of. I think they're really insignificant. I think what this entire thing is... here's another one. Let's see, who's it? Oh, this is... Smith. Yeah, I just wanted to show you here that he claims he was a founder of this, and for 21 years he's been a member of this congressional caucus here. 21 years he's claiming this. And then you have this list of all these other people that just wanted to join in, but you know what? Obviously, they don't give a crap about autism either, and I absolutely encourage you to look at this list here and see if any of these people are your people, because these people are wholeheartedly full of shit. If they were actually interested in this caucus, they would know that it didn't exist and it doesn't do anything. What these people want is to put that they're a member of the Autistic Caucus on their bio. If these people were legit, they would have gotten their names stricken from this automatically. And this is actually up to date. Wow, that's really scary. So I'm going to be doing much more. Here's our culprit. The proud face of a person who is manipulating the public and literally scamming autistic people. Because I had legitimate needs. I needed the caucus, if it actually existed to help me with these veterans issues. But it doesn't exist. I can't get a hold of anyone. I talked to Doyle's representative. I was like, if I actually was able to get through a number in Washington, D.C. and get a hold of his little cronies. And I told him, I said, look, this is supposedly the only way to get a hold of this caucus, and I am not eligible to even contact it because I'm not from Pennsylvania. And he's like, oh, well, that is very concerning. I'll look into that and I'll give you yeah, whatever. Flat brass tacks. Mike Doyle, Chris Smith, And all of these people, a lot of these people, I would like to call them victims. But if this had been around for 20 years and they did not look into this to find out that it's legitimate, that they haven't done anything but pass minor bills, that another thing is there is no indication that any autistic people had any input whatsoever into these bills. Just saying. Can't find it. I mean, if I was a congressman and I was passing bills for Latinos, I'm a white guy, I would just brag and bring the Latinos in and do press conferences and everything, and do everything to let my constituents know that I am representing everybody. But no, not here. Not happening. They don't even care. These people have not even looked into this caucus. Not one of these people have ever, to what I can find online, have ever attended a meeting. There has never been a meeting, as far as I can tell, from the Autism Caucus. It's also called CARE. I forget what they call it. Congressional, what's it called? Congressional, something for research or something. Advancement in research or some kind of crap like that. It's all bogus. So I'd like to know what your thoughts are on this. And I think I'm going to be signing off because I'm really sick here. This is David Page. Screw them. Slap harder.